Alrighty, basketball fans, Christmas is just around the corner, but first it is NBL round 11. Plenty of action to unpack after a high octane round 10 where we've seen a few injuries creep in. But before we get into anything, don't forget, like, subscribe to this channel and comment and share some of your tips, not just bag out ours, so we can all get on top in round 11 of the NBL. Now, first game of the round is New Zealand hosting league leaders Melbourne United. Look, I'm going to throw it out there. I'm going to say New Zealand are going to cover as the home underdog in this one and expect a little bit of a low scoring game going under the total of 180.5. Look, let's get right into it and give you the reasons why. New Zealand Breakers are coming off a long haul on the road and they return home to New Zealand where they've actually won 4 of 5 games this season. They're coming and playing at Wolfbrook Arena where they have won 6 of their last 8 games at the venue. So that's a big plus on the side of New Zealand from the get-go. Look, New Zealand, it's no secret they've been struggling to score offensively, but they still have the second-ranked field goal percentage in the NBL, and they're going to have to lean on that this week against Melbourne. They're going to need to get some more production out of the likes of Matt Mooney and Moave King and spread the floor a little bit for Parker Jackson-Cartwright, who, Melbourne are going to obviously look to shut down and double team quite a lot when they do have the ball in hand. I think we can also expect a big game from Sam Menenga in this one. With the injury to Taco Fall and Dane Pinot, Menenga's going to have a big one. He's going to have to control the boards and really try and overpower the likes of Rob Lowe and Marcus Lee in the center there. Now, where's it going to go wrong and why is it tough for Melbourne? Chris Goulding, he's been on absolute fire, averaging 26.6 points per game in his past 5 matches for Melbourne United. But Goulding is going to be missing out of the lineup for the next 2 rounds, 4 games total for Melbourne. So they're going to have to revert back from this high-octane offense that they've been playing while Goulding has been hot and revert back to this defensive style of game that we know that they can play and what they've built their foundations on. But for me, this plays a little bit into New Zealand's favour because they've been struggling to score points and struggling in these games that are high-paced, besides keeping up almost with Perth in that crazy game where Cotton put up 59 points in a loss for New Zealand, though. But before that, they were only averaging 70.66 points in their previous 3 games. So with the pace slowing down and the high shooting percentage of New Zealand, I think we can expect them to compete here and may just snatch a win as the home underdog. Now, an interesting trend here too. This season, home underdogs of 2.5 points of less have actually covered in 6 of 7 games this season. So that's also on New Zealand's side here. So expect a low-scoring game and expect New Zealand to keep this close and maybe even snatch a victory. Now, game 2, JackJumpers at home to the Cairns Taipans. Really, really tough game for Cairns to try and break their 9-game losing streak. Now, don't think it's going to happen here, unfortunately, for Cairns. They're going to go into double-digit consecutive losses. Tasmania will cover the 4.5 points as the favourite at home. And I think we can expect Cairns to continue to struggle on offense and score less than 80.5 points while giving up another plethora of defensive rebounds for Tasmania, which will see Will Magnay record 8+ at over $2.30 at most bookmakers there. So why and how is all this going to play out? Well, it is simple. The Tasmanian JackJumpers are on a different trajectory to the Cairns Taipans at the moment, winning their last 3 games. Look, there's been a lot of good signs coming out of Tasmania recently. Milton Doyle's had 30+ points in 2 of his last 4 games, and the return of Sean McDonald has really given a completely different shape to the Tasmanian offense. Now, he's had 13 assists in the 2 games that he's played since returning from that ankle injury, and it's just really started to spread the floor for Tasmania, and we've seen a more broad scoring opportunities for different players on their team, which has taken a lot of the pressure off Doyle. And this is why we've seen him score a heap of points in the last month. Now, when it comes to Cairns, look, it's pretty black and white. They're not scoring enough and they're letting their opponents score a lot. They've really, really struggled on offense this season. Look, they're scoring an average of just 81.8 points per game. And with the line being at 80.5, or their team total of being at 80.5, and the JackJumpers boasting the top defense now in the NBL, allowing just 82 points. 6 points per game, we can see Cairns going under this total, thus helping Tasmania cover as the 4.5 point favourites. Now, as I said, the Taipans have been struggling to shoot. They have the 9th ranked shooting percentage of any team in the NBL, just nailing 41.3% from the field. This gives up a lot of defensive rebounds, and Tasmania are going to take advantage of that, especially Will Magnay, and he will record 8+ rebounds in this one. So expect Tassie to cover, expect Cairns to go under their team total, and Will Magnay to record 8+ rebounds in this one. Look, they're the best tips for NBL Thursday. Just remember, gamble responsibly and happy punting.